Hey everybody, welcome to the break room. Things are a little bit looser. I don't worry as much about getting copyright strikes, and I occasionally do trailer reactions. So apparently, the latest trailer for Birds of Prey has dropped. I wasn't super impressed with the previous trailer. I don't know how much of that had to do with the trailer itself, and how much of that had to do with the fact that I really like the Birds of Prey, and I kind of don't like that they have tied them to Harley Quinn. I feel like that's shortchanging those other characters. But at this point, the project is what it is, and I'm hoping I've swallowed that pill about as well as I'm going to, so maybe I can judge this trailer a little bit more for what it actually shows me as opposed to my annoyance with the project overall. So let us take a look. There's the heels, and...
Can I help you?
Why, yes.
There she is.
Ken, I'm here to report a terrible crime.
And what terrible crime is that?
The one I'm about to commit.
Oh, shit. I told this all wrong. Quick history lesson. This all started when the Joker and I broke up. It was completely mutual.
Ace Chemicals,
I
cool.
was back on my feet, ready to embrace the fierce goddess within. It's so quiet. Now that I cut ties with Mr. J, I'm about to learn that a lot of people want me dead. Alone. And at the top of that list is this guy.
Ewan, I hope
Turns out,
they don't stick him behind that mask too much.
that wasn't the only thing in Gotham looking for emancipation.
I do like that hit.
He's after all of us. The kid just robbed him. You betrayed him. You killed his BFF. What? You're so cool.
I do like the psychotic stabby bit.
You're enough to be building a case against him. So, unless we all want to die very unpleasant death, we're gonna have to work together. Sure.
I do like the hesitation.
Psychologically speaking, vengeance rarely brings the catharsis we hope for. Yeah. Are we ready? You go!
I do like that they hitting the head on the. Renee Montoya, Sandra Quinn, just Harley Quinn.
Turn it up!
Oh shit, is that a hyena in a bathtub? I named him Bruce after that hunky whiny guy.
Okay. First of all, there's a smile on my face, if you didn't notice. So that's a good thing. The thing that I tried to say, but didn't get it out of my mouth, I like that the hits against the steering wheel were in time with the music. So let's start with, I like the trailer. Now, I'll put the asterisks on that. That is not an indicator that the film will be any good. We just have to look at Suicide Squad for that. And it doesn't help that this is a carryover character from one to the other. So there is reason to wonder how representative this is of the finished project, if we are looking at a trailer that is selling a good product, or just looking at a good trailer that is selling who the heck knows. But having acknowledged that, there's no way for me to know until I see the film whether or not the trailer was a good representation. So I just judge what I have, and what I have is the trailer. So let's talk about the trailer. I rather liked it. I think the thing that makes it clear to me that this is a good trailer, and I am now more interested in this movie than I was before, is as I was watching, I had the thought, okay, if this wasn't Harley Quinn and these other characters who I already know, would I find this trailer interesting and intriguing and kind of be up for seeing the movie? And the answer is yeah. I still don't love how prominent Harley is. I was going to say I haven't rewatched Suicide Squad in a while. I've actually never rewatched Suicide Squad. I don't remember her accent being quite as pronounced in that movie. I feel like she's now trying more deliberately evoke the iconic Arlene Sorkin voice for the character. That's who it was, right? God, I hope so. Hope I didn't get that wrong. Anyways, I don't remember her going with that voice as hard with the accent and everything, but maybe I just don't remember well, because like I said, I have not rewatched that movie. I like the characters who are involved. I like Huntress. I really like Renee Montoya. I like Black Canary. I like that it looks like, from the trailer, that everybody's having fun, including Ewan McGregor. That's a good sign because, God, the villains in Suicide Squad were probably the worst part of it. But everybody looks like they're having a good time. That's a nice sign. I like the feel and the vibe to the violence. I like the attitude of both the characters and the trailer. I like sort of Renee Montoya is just walking out and just boom, smack somebody's papers while she's going out. Like, okay, I'm having fun with this vibe, with this feel of these women are just pissed off. And they're gonna take it out on somebody, Black Mask, I guess. And yeah, why not? Because I've had enough and now I'm gonna wreck shop is a pretty classic sort of story in a crime setting. And Gotham lends itself to those sorts of stories. And usually those sorts of stories are with male characters. So we'll just have a bunch of women get fed up and then wreck shop. So yeah, cool. I'm down for this. Yeah, way more than I would have expected. I rather liked that. I liked the movie it's selling. Again, the question mark over all of this is whether the movie that it is selling is in fact the movie that we are going to get. That's an open question, and that's a tricky thing to deal with. And like I said, we can't know in advance. And I'll also confess that while I did like some of Harley's stuff, like I like her hitting, I'm assuming it was a bag of cocaine, with the baseball bat, a lot of the other stuff they had her do was not bad, but just really obvious. I feel like Harley has become one of those characters who just kind of has a set number of things that get done with her in general. And I haven't seen anything deviate from that in a while. I suppose that's true of most comic book characters, but it's just her shtick is so ramped up, and part of her thing is supposed to be unpredictable and wacky, and it's hard to be that continuously because eventually that becomes the character's normal and kind of loses its bite a little bit. So, like, it's effective, but it is a little bit of a cheap thing for her to be saying like, oh, I'm on my own and it's great. Cheese whiz. Oh, it was a mutual breakup. Explosion. Like, it works, but that's also like the super obvious way to present the character and things like that. And like the line with I like the hyenas. I always liked that she had pet hyenas, but that line also felt a little bit try-hardy. Yeah, I'm using that as a word. So I think that's my big reservation about this. I feel like this Harley Quinn in general, from her design and the way she's written especially, and unfortunately this does impact the performance because no matter what Margot Robbie's doing, she has to deliver these lines. They are trying too hard, and they're not being very good about hiding the fact that they're trying so hard. So that worries me a little bit with her. I will say, I don't want to knock Margot Robbie's performance because whenever she was just being there in the physical space, doing that grin or swinging the bat, I'm like, yeah. It's when she had to say the lines. And it's not, again, I don't think it's because of the accent, although maybe that was part of it, but I think it's just because the lines they give her aren't great. And they are so deliberately designed to be show-off, quotable lines that it would be more surprising if she just said something that wasn't that. So, while it wasn't a bad line and it wasn't a bad moment, her whole, vengeance rarely brings you the catharsis that we seek. All right, who's ready? I'm like, that's exactly what you would expect from Harley. And I don't know. I'm in a weird space on her specifically as a character because I understand there are things that you like and that you would want from her, but I just feel like they're doing the safest version of giving what can be expected. And maybe that's not necessarily a bad thing. Maybe I've just taken in too much Harley in too many different mediums with too little variation for too long. Maybe that's on me. But overall, I consider that to be a positive direction. Birds of Prey, second trailer. What'd you think of this thing? Drop your comments on down there. Like, subscribe, check out the Patreon, all that stuff. Don't worry about it otherwise. And stop on by next time you need a break.